You have to be very careful. If you call out to one of the dead, all of them can hear you.
Insidious Chapter 3 is not directed by James Wan, but is instead directed by his longtime writing collaborator since the first Saw movie that they did, Leigh Whannell, and this is his directorial debut. And in this film, this is actually a prequel to the first two Insidious movies. And the film follows a family that is grieving over the loss of the mother in the family, and what the teenage daughter does is actually go in and try to make contact with her. But while doing that, she of course contacts a demon, possesses her, and possibly possesses the house, and typical ghost story stuff. Okay, let's get to the review. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys because, you know, I love you. Alright? I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not the biggest fan of horror movies. Now, don't get me wrong, they could be good. Like some of James Wan's stuff, who did the first two Insidious, the very first and in my opinion only good Saw movie, and his classic, The Conjuring. Those are all really good horror movies. And that's what I really want with horror movies nowadays. But over time, it just gets bombarded with remake after remake after remake. And that's the reason that turns me off about horror movies, is because they can make a movie so cheaply, like for a penny, and no matter what, even if it doesn't come in top 10 at the box office, it'll still make a profit no matter what, and it'll still make sequels, and that's what I hate about horror movies. And that's what I loved about the first Insidious. It knew what it was, it had a really good premise, and yeah, it did have some jump scares, but it wasn't false jump scares. It wasn't like a cat coming out of a pantry or stupid stuff like that. It was actually really fearful. And you know what? I even enjoyed the second Insidious movie. Even though it wasn't as good as the first one, I still really liked it. And while watching the trailer to this movie, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I was not excited about this movie at all. I heard that James Wan did not want to return to it, probably because he was doing Furious 7, but I really just wasn't excited for it at all. But surprisingly, this movie is actually really creepy and pretty good. Yeah. Who knew? And I think Leigh Whannell did take notes from his writing partner and friend James Wan, because he knew what to do. This style that he has definitely really not really copies off, but really replicates what the first two had, and what the tone was set, and how scary it needed to be, and how it needed to pull back on the scariness, and how it just needed to up the creepiness of the tone. And I really, really like that from him. And another praise I'd like to give to this movie is the acting, especially from the father and the daughter. I mean, it wasn't the best chemistry I've ever seen, but I mean, it definitely added a lot to the movie, a lot of emotional stuff, and I really enjoyed that from the movie, and I was very surprised. And the daughter is kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. She's 18. I don't know why I wanted to add that comment, but okay. I'm not editing that out, guys. I swear to God. However, there are some problems with the movie. Number one, when you do get to the demon part, it doesn't really tell what the demon is about. I just think they should have told more about his origin, and possibly more about maybe where he came from and why he's doing this. And I just really think it felt like there was a part or two cut out of the movie. I just want this to be a trilogy, just 3 movies, okay? No more after this, no more prequels, no more spin-offs, no more nothing, you know? Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's another thing I just don't like about horror movies. It's just cash grab, cash grab, cash grab. And I can't stand it, guys. I really can't. And if they leave it here, I think it would be perfect to round around. That doesn't make any sense. Come on, Tyson, think. But most likely that we're gonna see 4 or 5 more, and possibly 1 in 3D. But all of those gripes aside, I really enjoyed this movie, and surprisingly, I would actually suggest going to see this, especially if you're a fan of Insidious Part 1 and 2. And for that reason, I'm going to give the film a B+.
I'll be waiting in the dark when the pain finally kills you. Tiptoe through the tulips.
So guys, if you had seen Insidious Chapter 3, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you are going to go see it, tell me what you're expecting and what you don't want to expect with this movie. And also, I want to thank the feedback I've been getting on my channel update. I'm still going to do my Q&A that I've been talking about for a while. And before Jurassic World comes out, I'm going to do another retro review on the whole entire Jurassic Park trilogy. Look out for that, especially maybe around Wednesday or so. And as always, guys, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, links down below. And until next time, I'll see you then.